Hello everybody, I thought I'd give you one more garden update because I'm so proud of myself, but look at what I have coming in. Some beautiful asparagus. I'll have to put in the thumbnail the ones that I already picked and ate because I forgot to show you guys, but got a couple more coming up here. But let me go show you what I got done in the garden. All right, I'm sure you could tell where my mulch pile, my wood chips used to be. And I moved all of that by myself with my little concrete mixing tub. And I'm really proud of myself because this is how I've been getting a lot of spring exercise. And that's done. So I'm going to call the tree company and tell them they can bring me another load. So let me show you everything I got done in here. I have been working really hard. This is the time of year I do a lot of my outdoor work. I have all of this area mulched. There used to be a big bed of the two different types of raspberries here. I dug those out yesterday actually. I have some going to a friend, and these I'm going to be mailing out to another friend. So I'm going to be taking those in the house. But my raspberries, remember I had all my raspberries? Those are all done and mulched. And the yellow ones that do have thorns, these are all thornless here. I made one great big row. You could see from there. I was going to make this garden smaller, but now I'm not going to. All the way down to there. This area, I ran out of mulch actually. Let me show you. So you can see I didn't get any back here because I just don't have enough yet. And this area here, I had that big pile that I burned. I decided I'm going to put up a greenhouse here. I'm going to make some raised beds, and then I have a bunch of the cattle panels like you see there, and I'm going to use those as hoops, and then in the winter I'll put some plastic over it, and I should be able to grow lettuces and spinaches for most of the year to keep me in some kind of greens over the winter. And of course Bob has to show off. This is my lovely girl Nova. She follows me oh nope, that's Mama Bird. That's Nova over there. Nova's the one that's in love with me. Bob just wants to show off. But I have, this is going to be a greenhouse. I'm thinking something like, it's not going to be huge, maybe 8 by 10 or at most 8 by 12. And I'm going to move the gate. That's another arch I have. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that one, but I might because I could still plant. I'm going to, if I put a couple planter boxes under it where that rake is leaning up against there, I could still plant there. Anything in the ground wasn't doing well. Of course, last year we had such a drought. Nothing did really well. There's my sweetheart Nova. And I think I'm going to make it when I come into the greenhouse, I could pass through that arch right there and just come straight through. That has my grapes on it on one side. And I think I'm going to propagate. I'm going to see if they go all the way over, I'll leave it. If not, I'm going to propagate the grape, which is pretty easy to do, and start one on the other side so they can meet in the middle. And I'm hoping just to be able to go underneath the arbor and pick my grapes. But I have all of this done. I got up to this corner and that's the last bit I had. Hopefully these live. These are thornless blackberries. If not, I know the person who gave them to me. They were in a pot all winter, so not sure how well their roots did with this crazy weather we had. And I have to still clean up around the edges, some of the weeds that got away last year. Got to get rid of that tree. I don't want that in here. So this area is pretty done. And all the major work is done in here. I mean, there are going to be weeds that come up through this mulch. It is what it is. I'll either, you know, chop them down and leave them where they're at. But eventually this will all break down and hopefully make a little bit better soil, especially where the berries are in that. So I'm going to call my tree guy and tell him he can drop off another load whenever. I still have a pile of leaves there, leaf mold, and I have a big pile back there of last year's bedding that I cleaned out. When I put my new beds in, I need to add some more soil to these because they do drop down. They were fresh last year, and I had put a lot of that compost or leaf mold and stuff in the bottom. And I'm going to get some good compost, I think, from a guy down in town so that they'll be really good. And then when I build the greenhouse, Those will have all the compost and leaf mold, and then a good, say, 6-inch layer of compost on top. So that's where I'm at here. And I have decided, since I'm going to do the raised beds over there, I'm going to do garden beds over here, but I might have to wait because I know there will be a lot of raspberries popping up here. There's no way I got all the roots out of there. So I might give it a year. Not sure yet, because if I had the other beds, I should be enough. But I think I'm going to move this stuff here and put one bed kind of here and another one that direction. I don't want to get too close to the raspberries. I learned my lesson with that. So I don't know. Let's see if anything's growing in here. It's supposed to rain today, so I may have to make sure that chickens stay out so I can let some rain in here. Oh, I do. I have all kinds of stuff. My peas are coming up really nice. I have radishes. This is, I believe, my salad mix lettuces and spinach and such. I have some turnips and a few other things in here, so we'll have to see. I got to get some water to it, so I am going to kick the chickens out of here. I got to tell you, Nova's getting a little mad at me. She's going to puff up in a minute because I haven't paid her any attention. You got to pay attention to Nova, you know. She says I am her girl. Come here, let's see. Oh, are you going to get... Oh, she's mad at me now, see? See, I started talking to you guys and I didn't talk to Nova. And she gets really angry with me. But anyway, Nova, I got to move on. The last big cleanup I have to do is this flower bed here. It's always the last thing, unfortunately, but it'll get done. And I want a wood chip in here, too. I'm going to be planting a lot of flowers that will be good for, you know, butterflies, bees, that kind of stuff. And more importantly, ones that I can dry that my parrots can eat in the wintertime. For those that don't know, I have 2 parakeets, budgies, whatever you call them, and I have a green cheek, and some of the flowers are really healthy for them. So I want to make sure I get this whole thing planted with various flowers like bachelor's buttons and calendula and things that would be good that I could dry for the winter for them. And I have a lot of cleanup to do. I'm working on it. Can only do so much in a day. So anyway, I just thought I'd give you one last update on what I've been up to. I think I've done pretty good so far, considering my back is actually getting stronger after all this. I do stop when it starts to hurt, and I come back out later and do a little bit more. So I hope you guys are having a lovely spring, and I know we're going to get some rain today, so I'm actually happy about that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you guys have a wonderful day.